Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about different ways that you can learn to love your body more. I think we can all treat our bodies with a little bit more kindness. Our bodies are our palace, a temple, a shrine, and we could all do with treating ourselves with a little bit more gentleness, kindness, love. And so today I'm going to be sharing 10 ways that we can love our bodies more. So number one is learning to recognize all the good that your body does for you. We can easily look down at our bodies and look at our imperfections and speak badly about ourselves to other people, but also privately when we're by ourselves, to just think all these negative thoughts about our bodies and how we wish it was different. But look at what your body does for you every single day. It gets you out of bed in the morning. It nourishes you by digesting all the food that you feed it. Your legs are giving you the capability to walk around this planet, your hands to hold and grab those people that you love, to hold food, to nourish yourself, to caress each other, to give massages, to do anything, to make tools, to craft, to cook, to just do all these amazing things that without our bodies we wouldn't be able to do. So that leads me to my tip number 2, is to remember to thank your body every day for everything that it provides for you. So thank yourself in whichever way feels comfortable to you. Write yourself a note to say thank you. Think thank you in your mind, or really look at yourself in the mirror and thank yourself in person, whichever way feels more comfortable for you, and just remember to thank yourself today. Tip number 3 is to look at yourself when you're looking at your flaws, your blemishes, your scars, your stretch marks, any of these things that have been deemed negative. Just disassociate all of those negative words that you've been taught about them and look at yourself. Look at all the things that you would usually look down and think negative thoughts about, and just wipe all the negativity from your mind and look at them from a neutral perspective. Look at your stretch marks and think, hey, there are my stretch marks. Your blemishes and say, hey, there are my blemishes. They're there. They're doing what they do. And that's it. Don't think anything positive or negative. Just come from a neutral standpoint, as if you'd never seen those things before. You'd never been taught that they were bad. And you're just looking at them, and that's part of you. Tip number 4 is that when you're in the bath or the shower and you're washing your body, or you're washing your hair, or you're by the sink washing your face, don't just wash to get clean and get out as soon as you can. Take the time to really caress yourself, to nourish yourself, to feel what you feel like. Clean yourself with intention and love, as you would somebody else. If you were washing somebody else, with gentleness and kindness, and don't just do it as quickly as you can to get out of there. Really feel what it feels like to touch yourself, to feel yourself, to know what it feels like to be in your skin. Number 5 is to feed yourself with living, thriving foods that make you feel great and vibrant afterwards. Don't eat things that make you feel bloated or heavy afterwards. Eat living, thriving plant foods that make you feel alive and light. Things that make you feel grounded and closely connected to your body, rather than things that make you feel yucky afterwards. Tip number 6 is to stop correcting yourself. Go some time without wearing makeup, without brushing your hair, without shaving your legs or your underarms, without wearing nail polish. These things that we've been habitually doing in order to make ourselves feel more acceptable to society. Just go some time without doing those things, so that you can learn to see yourself again for who you truly are and learn to embrace who that is. I feel that sometimes we forget what we really look like, especially if we're used to wearing makeup every day, for example. We learn to expect to see the makeup reflection in the mirror, and when we don't, we're surprised and sometimes disappointed by the reflection that we see. So if we get used to looking at ourselves again for what we really look like and expecting that, then when we see it, we'll say, hey, there I am, and it won't be this negative feeling. We won't be avoiding mirrors or looking at mirrors all the time to just check that we look perfect for other people. This for me has been one of the more empowering things that I've ever done, and I would highly recommend, even if you're scared, especially if you're scared, to go makeupless for a while, to go without doing your hair perfectly for a while, to go without shaving. At least until you feel confident in doing this, and then, you know, the makeup, the hair grooming, whatever, it's up to you. It's all our personal choice. as long as we feel confident and comfortable in our skin either way. Don't use it as a tool to cover up and mask who you truly are. Tip number 7 is to really look at yourself, all of you. Get completely naked and stand in front of a full-length mirror and really look at who you are. I feel like a lot of us aren't doing this and we don't actually know what we're dealing with. We can look down and judge ourselves, but I want to stand in front of a mirror and see who you are. Look at all the folds and the creases and the cracks and the crevices and all the places that you wouldn't normally look. Really take it in and see who you are. We've become so disconnected from our natural bodies that we're not even sure what we really look like ourselves. And this isn't to get to know what our outer shell looks like, what our human suit looks like, because it's not important really what we look like. It's just a way to deeper connect with ourselves and who we are. To know our bodies again, to connect with our bodies again, and stop this disassociation that we've become used to. Tip number 8 is to spend some time not reading magazines and newspapers and blogs and following social media accounts that make us feel bad about ourselves, that are telling us that we have to be a certain way in order to be accepted or to feel happy. Just get rid of them and just stop looking at them for a while, or forever. Similarly, tip number 9 is to stop following social media accounts, stop following people on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook that just leave you feeling inadequate or that you need to change in order to be happy or a certain way. Just unfollow those kind of people who make you feel bad about yourself afterwards. Whether it's an overwhelming feeling of inadequacy or you just have this niggling feeling afterwards that you just wish that you were different. Either way, unfollow those accounts. You don't need that in your life. Tip number 10 is to actively follow those people on those social media accounts that make you feel great about yourself afterwards. They feed you with happiness and they make you feel good about you. We may think that just scrolling through Instagram, you're just seeing these pictures, doesn't make that much of an impact, but we're all looking at our phones almost every day, if not every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And that all adds up. And when we're just inundating ourselves with these images, we need to really be aware of the images that we're feeding ourselves and the stories that we're telling ourselves too. So going through these accounts and only following the people who inspire you and uplift you and make you feel good, these are the people that you want to be following, and you can just leave the rest to do their thing elsewhere and don't let it interfere into your state of being and your connection with your body. So those are my 10 tips to feel more connected and be more in love with your body and who you are. I hope that some of them helped you guys, and I hope that some of those of you who are struggling with self-love take some of these tips into account and on board and feel better afterwards. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.